It's been a week since the first part of episode 79 aired, but we still have questions and unresolved scenes. For example, did you know that in the second part, someone from the Alliance must die and one of the contenders is the Sim Cameraman? Or did you know that in the second part, the Titan Cameraman must appear and symbolically help the Alliance for the second time? Whether these are theories or the truth, you will find out in today's video. As you already understand, in today's video, we will talk about the near future of the plot and the most likely chronological order of events in the upcoming second part of episode 79. I recommend watching the video from beginning to end, because today we will find out which long-awaited character will show up in the next part and what we should expect from him. What tragic events will soon unfold across the entire Alliance, whether the Speakerman race will be able to reveal its potential to viewers by demonstrating its power. This and much more in today's video. Don't forget to like it, and let's get started. The main question is where exactly the cameramen are going to send all their wealth. At the moment, we can consider three main options: the possible existence of a new secret base of the cameramen, the TV men base, and the speaker men base. In my opinion, the TV men base option can be ruled out immediately. They are quite skeptical about other races. The options with the speakerman base and a possible secret cameraman base are much more interesting. I am more inclined towards the speakerman base option, since we know nothing about the existence of another cameraman base, and we cannot talk about it. As for the Speakerman base itself, Dafuk Boom mentioned it a long time ago when answering questions from his subscribers on the Dom Studio Discord server. This would be a great opportunity to reveal the storyline with the speakers and show us new characters, members of the base, and new technologies. Let's now return to the end of the first part of episode 79. As we remember at this moment, a small squad under the command of Camera Woman dared to take the bold step of opening fire on the Guardian of Destiny. But this did not last long. The Guardian of Destiny activated the red glow on his new screens, most likely developed by Astro Toilets, and was able to stop the squad. What is strange about this moment is the inaction of the cameramen. The red glow should have caused them to kill themselves, but this did not happen. On the contrary, if the glow had not worked because of the lenses, the cameramen would have continued firing. But what is important is not this, but the very purpose of sending the squad to certain death. Considering that this is unlikely to help gain even a little time, the Alliance may have another plan in this regard. As we know, during the first battles, namely before the appearance of the Duchess with the Guardian of Destiny, Giga Chad, on behalf of the entire G-Squad, said that he would try to buy them some time. Subsequently, due to unforeseen events, they disappeared, but it is unlikely that they were killed by gunfire, because even though they are far from being the main characters, as in any other work of art, Dafuk does not kill the audience's favorites so inconspicuously and without drama. It is worth remembering that Dafuk, responding to recent questions from Steak, said that in the next part there will be a character whose return people would like to see. Therefore, we can say that the G-Squad and the Cameraman Squad, if they manage to survive, will coordinate joint actions with that very character, helping to buy time for the rest of the base. But which character will return to the series? Let's take a closer look at this. The first thing we can say with certainty is that this character is not G-Man, despite the fact that he is very important to the plot and we have not seen all of his new powers. He appeared in both episode 77 and in the additional scenes of the season, so it would be silly to consider him one of those whom viewers have been waiting for a long time. This means that Titan Cameraman and Titan Speakerman remain in the spotlight. But here again, there is a small nuance. At the moment, the armada of improved Speakermen are fighting Astro Toilets, And while most of the ordinary astro battles were fairly easy to destroy, the stronger toilets will be much more difficult. So the probability of Titan speakerman appearing to save his armada of improved speakers is much higher than his appearance at the Cameraman base. Because of this, we can say that of the existing options, the most realistic is the appearance of Titan Cameraman. He disappeared as early as episode 74, and we know nothing about his fate. In the second part of episode 76, during the dialogue between Duchess and Astro UFO, there were hints that he is alive, but nevertheless, the Alliance does not know about this and officially considers him missing. The possible appearance of Titan Cameraman can be called a metaphor. After all, history repeats itself. And as we know, Titan once saved the Alliance from the invasion of Skibidi Toilets in episode 50, and his reappearance in the same place would be very symbolic. In this case, the role of Plunger Man will be played by Camera Woman. Dafouk, answering questions, repeatedly said that in episode 79, an important character will die. But this concept is elastic, since the word important can mean either one of the members of the G-Squad or the entire Titan. Personally, I believe that no Titan will die, because in the current situation, when the Alliance is already in a terrible state, it is hard to believe that any of the Titans will die. Instead of the Titans, characters with long storylines may die, for example, Sim Cameraman. For the first time in a long time, we were able to not only see him, but also see his new abilities. Considering his powers, I can say with confidence that he will try to save the agents, buying them time, but will die as a result of the tragic consequences, which, although sad, will bring his storyline to a beautiful conclusion. Another equally possible option could be Camera Woman. She has a tragic fate after Plunger Man's death in episode 70, which causes her to fall into depression. Attempting to perform a similar feat would be a good way to end the storyline. Back in the distant summer of 2024, during his interview, YouTuber Armhov asked Dafouk an interesting question. What were fake G-Man and Astro UFO talking about in episode 60? He received an equally interesting answer. In episode 79, something will be revealed that will provide a lot of information. Judging by this answer, in the next part we will see detailed dialogues involving important characters from the Astro Toilets, and possibly the revelation of the secret reasons why the Skibidi Toilets, and later the Astro Toilets, attacked Earth. I already have a theory about this. As we know, G-Man used to be a high-ranking commander in the ranks of the Astro Toilets, capturing planets, but for unknown reasons he was removed or demoted and replaced by Astro UFO. After that, the plot develops in a standard and chronological way that is familiar to us. Skibidi Toilets under his leadership attacked Earth and began its conquest, encountering resistance from the Alliance. Why could this have happened? It's quite simple. When G-Man was demoted, he was sent to a lower and easier job, namely to capture Earth. But as it later turned out, he could not cope with his task, and the Alliance pushed back the forces of the Skibidi Toilets, which is why we could periodically see Astro Toilets in the series, starting from episode 51, when one was destroyed by Titan Cameraman. From that moment on, the Astro Toilets realize that G-Man is not coping and is of no use to them, so they decide to eliminate him and, at the same time, personally capture the planet, which we can still observe today. Of course, these are just my theories based on existing facts, but at the moment we can only guess how reality will turn out and who is behind the goal of conquering Earth. I'm Super Cameraman. See you very soon. Bye, everyone.